Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, I want to make a quick video about inviting prospects. Inviting prospects, one of the major keys to what we do. It's basically the gateway skill in network marketing. Okay, in order to be successful, you have to make sure that you can invite prospects to a couple different things here, right? So one, to our tools, invite them to try our products, invite them to check out our webinar, download our app. Okay, invite them so you can share the vision. Right. The second thing we want to make sure we invite to, any kind of event that we have coming up, whether it's a PBR, whether it's a one-on-one event, something that we can get people to, our Tuesday night DFYs. We want to make sure we get good at inviting to these two things, because at that point we basically have our prospects captured. So one thing to remember, okay, your reputation today, your reputation yesterday, it doesn't necessarily predict how your future is going to work in this company. Okay, so don't let your past predict your future. Right? You may feel like you don't have the credibility. You may feel like you don't know enough people. The thing is, if you stick to the plan, you continue to meet new people, you continue to grow your list of people that you need in order to contact, you're going to be fine. So it's never too late to reinvent yourself. So don't think that your reputation today is going to predict your future in this business. Okay. A couple of quick things. Make sure when you're inviting your prospects, don't be a hunter. Okay, people don't want to feel like they're being hunted, right? So whenever you pressure people and you're constantly throwing your spear at people, they're going to start avoiding you, right? Just like anything would do in the wild, right? So don't put so much pressure, okay, on your prospects. What you want to make sure, that you're more like a farmer, okay? And you want to plant those seeds, you want to create those relationships, right, so that you can reap the harvest in the end. Okay, so don't necessarily just assault everybody with your pitch right off the bat. Okay, build that relationship, build that trust with your people that you're talking to, so that they'll actually want to hear what you have to say. Okay. So there's a couple different things that we want to invite to. Like I said, the first thing we want to be able to invite people to is to sample our products, to watch our webinar, to download our app, right? So invite to a tool. So that's the first thing we want to be able to do. With our model that we have in place right now, everything's done for you, just as the model says, okay? So utilize the prospector, utilize the scripts that are there to invite your people to check out what we have to offer, okay? So this is a major thing. Don't skew away from the script. Don't skew away from the program. The done for you model is done for you for a purpose. Okay, it's done for you so that you don't screw it up, honestly, right? So make sure you stick with the program, okay, and stick to the script. Don't say too much. Don't go outside of it. Okay, just stick right to it. Invite them to enjoy the sample, to try out the sample. Invite them to download the app. Okay, this is major. Getting people to download the app. At this point, they have all the information in their hands. They have all the answers in their hands. Okay, they have the business in their hand at that point. They don't even realize it yet. Okay, because like everybody knows, everything that we do runs from the same app that we downloaded in the beginning, just to find out what the products were about and watch a webinar. Okay, once we've done that, once we've invited people to check that out, okay, the next thing we have to invite to is the next event, whether it's a PBR, a DFY event, whatever it happens to be. That's the next thing that we have to invite people to. Okay, so in between them watching a webinar or watching the videos or downloading the app, again, don't skew away from the system. As soon as they come back and are still interested in what they've seen so far, make sure the first thing you do is invite to the next event. Okay, we don't want to make it seem like we have to be the expert in this business and we have to explain everything to everyone. We want to just be able to get them to the next exposure. Okay, so this is extremely important. Do not say too much in between. After you invite them to the event, okay, don't talk too much after that. Okay, if you're on the phone with them, just hang up. Invite them to the event, get the confirmation, set up a time that you're going to call and confirm with them to make sure they're going to show up to the event, and that's it. Get off the phone. Don't do anything else. There's no need to continue to go any further after that, right? We don't want to undo what we've already done. Okay, so make sure you utilize these tools, okay, that we have in place. I mean, they're there. I mean, Mr. Scott Bulch, who created this, with his business partner, they know exactly what they're doing. They know that this is going to work, okay? And if you knew anything better, anything different, you would be them, okay? And you wouldn't be using their tools to make money, right? Okay, so one thing Eric Worre says, you know, that's extremely important, you know, that your success in this type of industry kind of leans on your ability to get a large group of people to consistently do a few simple things in a short period of time. Okay, so basically what he's saying here is, you know, if you can teach your team to follow simple steps, okay, and get people invited and get people in front of leadership, okay, in a period of time, which, you know, of course we want to do in a short period of time, you're going to be successful. Okay, so like I said in the beginning, gateway skill, guys. This is the skill you have to master. If there's no other skills that you master, these are the skills that you have to master. Now, real quick, okay, so there are some emotions that go along with this, right? So in the beginning, you're scared. There's a whole lot of things that you're worried about, and you know, the way people see you socially and things like that. You know, you're concerned about these things. In the world that we live in today, full of social media, this is kind of just normal, right? We portray our lives to be a certain type of way, regardless if that's really the way it is or not. Okay, unfortunately, that's the reality. Okay, so here's what we have to do. Okay, there's a few things here. There's 4 things that you want to make sure that you understand. Number 1, okay, emotionally detach yourself from the outcome. Okay, so no matter what you think people are going to say, you have to completely put that out of your mind before you contact anyone, before you try to invite anybody to anything. Okay, you have to emotionally detach yourself, because here's the deal, here's the reality. Okay, people in the beginning that you talk to, your friends, your family, those are going to be the first people that tell you no in this business, okay? And the bad thing is, those are the people that you want to join your team right away. You know, you want them to see the vision that you saw. Okay, so here's the deal. You have to be prepared for them to tell you no. The people that you know can benefit from this are going to tell you no. Okay, so you have to understand that. Okay, and our goal is not necessarily always to, you know, get the next distributor, right? We don't want to always make that the goal, right? We want to just educate. Okay, we want to educate people. We want them to understand what we have going on. Okay, and that's it, right? So if people don't say yes to you right away, don't get discouraged. Okay, don't let that bring you down and make you feel like you can't do this job. So again, emotionally detach yourself from the outcome. Okay, number 2, be yourself. Always be yourself. Okay, don't try to act like somebody that you're not. Don't try to change who you are, okay, in order to invite a prospect. Okay, it's not necessary. People who know you, they want to know that it's actually you that they're talking to. It's you that's sending them, you know, the material. It's you that you're going to meet at, you know, at a Starbucks or at a DFY, right? So be yourself, but be your best self. Okay, if you know that you could be a better person, be a better person, but don't be someone else. Don't put on an act for people that, you know, you're trying to prospect just so that you can get them on board. Because here's the deal. People join your team, they're going to get to know who you really are, right? When you make it seem like you had to be fake, it's going to seem harder for your new people coming on board to be able to relate to what needs to be done. It's easier when you can just be yourself. Okay, so make sure you do that. Number 3, bring passion to what you're doing. Okay, people who are enthusiastic, it's contagious. You ever go somewhere and people are pumped up and fired up and you're like, oh, I'm not feeling this? No. Okay, you go somewhere when people are pumped up, regardless if you know why they're pumped up, you want to feel pumped up. When you see a bunch of people that are laughing in a group, you walk over, you want to laugh, right? You want to find out what's so funny, right? That's just contagious. Having passion and being happy is just contagious. People flock to that. Okay, so make sure you have that sort of attitude when you're talking about your business, okay, because you know what you have. You know you have something special. You know you have something real in your hands, and you want to share that. So make sure people understand that that's exactly what you're doing for them. You're trying to help them out, okay? So number 4, have a strong posture. Okay, so what does this mean? This means be bold. Okay, this means be confident, be strong in what you say. Okay, stand up straight when you're talking and be passionate. You know, let people know that, hey, I'm trying to provide you with an opportunity that will change your life. Hands down, there's no other opportunity like this right now. You have to check this out. You have to come to this event. You have to get on board with us. You have to do this. You know, make it non-negotiable. Okay, and that attitude is going to really reflect back on people. They're going to say, wow, maybe I need to check this out. And at the very least, they download the app, they watch the webinar, they come to an event. If they decide it's not for them, that's fine, but at least you did your part and you sold it to them and let them know, hey, this is something that's incredible. You got to get your hands on this. You got to at least take a look at it and think about it, because I don't want you to come back to me in 6 months when I'm making six figures real quick out of nowhere, and you're saying, why didn't you show this to me? Or why didn't you tell me how great this actually was, right? I want to make sure everyone that I know can come back to me and say, hey, I wish I would have listened to you 6 months ago, rather than why didn't you tell me about this, or why weren't you so passionate about it, okay? So those 4 things, okay, you have to make sure emotionally you're prepared to invite people to whatever it is that you're trying to get them to go to. Like I said, PBR, DFY, just to watch the webinar, just to download the app, whatever it is. Don't emotionally attach yourself to the outcome, okay? Okay, so now, real quick, 8 steps to inviting. Okay, so step number 1, right? Be in a hurry. Okay, when you get on the phone with people, make sure that they understand that your time is extremely valuable. You don't have all day to sit around and talk to them on the phone. But look, I'm in a hurry, but I want to share this information with you. Okay, hey, do you have time to check this out? Whatever it is. Make sure that people just know that you are constantly doing something. Okay, again, this is something people are attracted to. When you see somebody that's always on the move, they always got something going on, they're always busy, you think to yourself, man, they always have something going on, their life must be exciting. Okay, there must be something happening with them, especially when it comes to making money. If people are always on the move because they're always making money, people flock to that. People want to know, hey, what's going on? What are you doing? And at this point, you're going to have people reaching out to you more often because of how busy it seems like you are. And you will be. Your business starts to grow. You're not going to have time to think about what's going on because your phone's going to be blowing up. You're going to have people to meet constantly, new reps to launch. There's always going to be something going on, right? So make sure you're always in a hurry. Okay. Number 2, compliment the prospect. Always lead with a compliment. Okay, so you get their attention, you let them know you're in a hurry, you let them know how valuable your time is, okay, and then compliment them. Whatever it is, whatever you know about these people that you can compliment it, right? Whether it's their family, their kids, their wife, their husband, whatever the situation is, anything you can see, hey, I saw that you got a new car, congratulations. Oh man, I saw that, you got something new, whatever it was, right? Just make sure you compliment something about these people, okay? Because people have a hard time rejecting you when you're being nice to them, right? You lead with a compliment, people are going to be excited about that. They're going to want to talk to you. They're going to want to hear what you have to say next. And at the very least, if they do turn you down, they're going to turn you down in a polite way, and they're still going to be talking to you the next day. You're not going to lose a friend over it, right? Okay, so always compliment. Okay. All right, so step 3. Okay, step 3 is making the invitation. Okay, so there's a few different approaches when it comes to making the invitation. Okay, so you have your direct approach. Your direct approach is for people that that know you personally, that you can be a lot more upfront and honest with. Okay, so direct approach is good for only your real warm market people, your people close to you. Okay, then we have an indirect approach. Indirect approach is for people that you may be a little bit more nervous to talk to when it comes to inviting them to check this out. Right, so that's somebody where you say, hey, hey, I got into this new business. I really respect your opinion on things. Can you take a look at this and make sure I'm making a good decision, something like that. And then you have your super indirect approach. Okay, and this is for people that you just think that they probably don't want to have anything to do with it, but that they would be great. Okay, so this would be something more like, hey, I know this business isn't for you, but I really respect your opinion. Do you mind if I practice on you, or do you mind taking a look at it because I know you're extremely business-minded, right? So you have your direct approach, okay, people your indirect approach for people that you're maybe a little nervous to talk about, okay, and then you have your super indirect approach, and this is for people that would be good in the business, but you can't be direct with them, right? Because maybe they know you, they've known you for too long, or maybe they don't know you at all, okay, and you want to make sure you can get the point across good, okay. Number 4, okay. Number 4 is very important, okay, and this is something that Eric Worre uses, and this is one of his major keys that he's going to lay out for you. Okay, he asks the question, if I would you, okay, so the thing about this is extremely powerful, okay. It's easy for people to respond to you in a positive way when you are telling them that you're going to do something for them as well, right? So if I would give you a link to this website, would you download it, right? Or would you go to the website? If I sent you, the link to download my app, would you do it, right? So it's some sort of an exchange. It's not like, hey, just do this for me, but hey, if I were to send you this information about, how you could, get better health, or you could make a little bit of money on the side, would you be interested in taking a look at it? Okay, so if I would you, it's a real simple approach, okay, and psychologically it just hits people, and they say, okay, yeah, no problem, because they feel like there's some sort of exchange there, okay. So once we got that, we need to move on to our confirmations, right? So number 5, confirmation number 1. Okay, confirmation number 1 is getting a time commitment. Okay, so when can you download my app? When can I meet you to give you some samples? When can you watch the webinar? Okay, we want to make sure we get that time commitment first. Okay, so we don't want to rush into everything right away. Okay, so confirmation number 2 is confirm the time commitment. Okay, so if they tell you in the last confirmation, if they say, okay, I can watch this tomorrow, when I get home from work, I'll be home from work about 6 p.m. Okay, no problem, right? So you let them know at that point. You want to confirm. You can say, okay, so if you watch it around 6 o'clock, I send it to you around 6, if I call you at 8, would you have time to talk about it, right? So confirm, so put it in their hands. Make sure that they understand that, okay, hey, I'm giving you this information at a specific time, and then I'm going to call you afterwards so that we can talk about it, right? So it puts the pressure on them, right? At the same time, they're making the appointment. They're telling you when they can watch, okay, or when they can take a look at what you have to offer, right? And then you're making sure that you follow up right after the fact. So they're going to be expecting your call. So most likely they're going to take a look at what you have to offer because they know you're going to call, right? And they would rather be able to tell you what they thought about it than not tell you what they thought about it. Okay. So the next thing would be confirmation number 3. Okay, this would be actually scheduling the time. Okay, so we got them to commit, then we say, okay, if I call you about this time, and then you actually make that schedule. Say, okay, well, here's the deal. I'm going to go ahead and call you at 8 p.m. Okay, and we're going to talk about it. We'll find out if you have any questions. Realistically, you're going to be setting up your next invitation. Okay. And the last thing, number 8, okay, once you've done all this, you've confirmed all your times, you're going to send the information, okay, get off the phone in a hurry. Don't sit around and talk about it. Don't talk about anything else, okay? Again, you go back to number 1, we were in a hurry, right? We were in a hurry. We wanted to get the information to you, but, I have a limited amount of time to do so. Okay, so we don't want to undo our invitation by continuing to talk and talk and talk, because what's going to happen, they're going to start asking you questions, you're going to start answering them, and they're going to start making a decision before they even got an opportunity to see what there was to offer, okay? And again, if we were the professionals, we would be the ones making millions of dollars. We're not, right? So we have to put our faith into the system, okay, and let the system work for us. Okay, so guys, that was just a quick video on how to invite prospects. If you have any questions, just let me know. Reach out to me. We're always here to help. We want everybody to be successful. Okay, so just make sure you follow these easy steps, go through the emotions, okay, go through the steps, invite your prospects. We need to get them to check out what we have, and then we need to get them to an event. At this point, we let the leaders take it from there, okay, and we let the closure happen. Okay, so again, guys, if you need anything, just let me know. All right, thanks.